Right. Oh, it's okay. OBS is kind of lying. Never mind, it's not. It's probably just because I tabbed back in. Anyway, hey everybody, it's me, Miname, your favorite 50% fanboy, 50% genius indie VTuber, also known as Csan99X, and welcome back to more Snowbreak Containment Zone. Last time, I shouldn't have started with this. I'll explain in a bit. Last time, we started off in the back from Bygone update. We showed off the new character trials, the outfit trials. We, did a bit of the story. We're gonna continue with that today, starting with File 1. Yeah. So last time when the update came out, I said that I thought they gave out the same skin for Yao the Quiet Quitter, which is her base form. That is not true. It does look similar, but it's not the same skin. The original skin was work gold. Let's compare the base skin and this skin first. So you have, a bit of cleavage, there's, thighs kind of, not much. And then we have work gold, less cleavage to be honest, but, it's about the same, but more comfy, less tactical, And then we have the new life goal skin, which, cleavage, hips, and also thighs. So, there's your cosmetic power creep, if you want to call it that. But yeah, that's that. So I just want to correct myself before we get things started. So now that that's out of the way, let's get started. We're gonna look at that in a bit. I was tempted to name the stream, they added Core Mania, like question mark, exclamation mark, but I don't know. I don't think that will be representative of the whole stream. So maybe I will make it like that if it's like really good, but like I don't think it would be. Anyway, as always, grab a snack, grab a drink, ideally water because that's what's best for you. Check your posture and hope you enjoy the stream. If you're watching on Twitch for up to I believe an hour and a half, you can get a lot of drops from Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, you can stay on YouTube if you don't care about drops. If you care about drops, go on Twitch. And yeah, any eligible channel will work, but of course I'd prefer you watch me instead. So yeah, where the hell is Midgard? Like I know where Midgard is, but I don't know like why is it suddenly talking about Midgard? Drink some water. This could be a flashback or I don't know because it's not mandatory for the progression of the main story. As you could see earlier, we can just go to progress 4 without looking into file 1. So I assume this is some kind of flashback. Anyway, Midgard's climate was about as ordinary as it gets. Winters were cold, but actual snowfall was rare. That year, though, things were different. Fine, powdery snow drifted down for 3 straight days and nights, wrapping the entire city of miracles in white. A girl with long rose-colored hair walked down the street at a leisurely pace. She carried no umbrella, letting the snowflakes settle freely on her hair. After spending so long among the Adventists, anyone would learn to appreciate quiet, simple moments like this where they could finally breathe. Her destination was a 24-hour cafe down the block. As she drew near, its latticed windows emerged from the fog. A soft amber glow spilled out from each pane, like ice cubes glinting in a glass of memory soda water. I assume this is Cersei, yep. Just as she reached for the door, she caught sight of an unexpected figure. She stepped back at once, slipping into an inconspicuous corner and pretending to zone out, all while quietly taking in everything happened through the glass. What's Luna? Bathed in the cafe's warm glow, the blonde girl was chatting and laughing with the person across from her. Each response she received made those sparkling emerald eyes of hers shine even more. For a moment, Cersei felt life was a little unfair. How could a girl that pretty and that sweet still have a professor from the academic Acropolis for a mother? From the moment she graduated, she already had one foot in Yakuza. Let me digest that after reading it. Is she talking about herself or is she talking about Luna? Cersei had spent years working herself to the bone just to barely reach the threshold. Okay, so she's talking about Luna. I assume, like, they're just using a placeholder. It's a woman that looks like Luna, or just, like, some random woman, but they're using Luna's live 3D model to represent her. If she were him, she would most likely choose someone as red as lively as Luna to be her assistant, too. Okay, so it is Luna. And Cersei's jealous, envious, that Luna has it easy, while Cersei has to do the hard work to get to where she is today. I guess, that's the same for all of us, really, or most of us. Some of us are born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or a gold spoon even. And well, a lot of us aren't, and we have to work our way up, and neither side can comprehend how the other side has it hard or has it easy. Realizing her thoughts were drifting, Susie snapped her focus back to reality. By now, Luna had stood up, hands on her hips, cheeks puffed out like a little angry chipmunk. The thick glass sealed the cafe in its own pocket of warmth outside. Only the thin whistle of the wind reached Susie's ears. Susie narrowed her eyes, reading their lips and piecing the conversation together.
これだけの手がかりですぐに降臨団の拠点を見つけるなんて無理ですよ。場所を突き止めるだけでも大変なのに、理事たちはそれを破壊しろだなんて無茶にも程があります。
Yeah, we've been playing the game, or like, the Adjutant has been around for like 3 years or so, maybe like 5 to 8 if you include when he was in the security department before the game actually started. And like throughout the whole time, we never managed to wipe them out because Sophie is still around and she's technically an adventist.
部長もなんとか言ってくださいよ。
Let me check some audio. Okay, we're good. Don't worry, I'll handle it. I won't give the board anything to criticize.
まあ、部長がそう言うなら信じますけど。
Luna leaned forward and downed the rest of her drink in one long gulp. Then gave her stomach a satisfied little pat.
飲み物もなくなりましたし、そろそろ帰りませんか？雪が強くなると運転も大変ですから。
You go on ahead, Luna. I still have a few things to take care of.
私に知られたらまずいことなんですか？
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a rendezvous with Cersei. Of course not, it's just...
まあ、説明しなくていいですよ。男は一人の時間が必要だって言いますからね。寮に帰ったら連絡してください。それじゃあ、私はこれで。
Reluctantly, Luna trotted toward the door, turning back every few steps to give a little wave. The wooden door swung open, and the jingle bell above it chimed. Its bright ring blended with the blonde girl's laughter into a warm and melodic sound. If Luna had glanced sideways even a little, she would have seen Cersei standing in the snow, nearly frozen into a sculpture. Cersei had wound her long rose-colored hair... Wound? Wound? Yeah, wound. Cersei had wound her long rose-colored hair around her neck like a scarf. The wind had made her eyes watery, and frost clung through her wet lashes. And yet, she wore a look of delight on her face, her heart beating hot and fast in her chest. Once Luna disappeared from view, Cersei shuffled toward the cafe door and, with numb, trembling fingers, brushed snow off her hair and coat. The bell jingled again as the door swung open. The cafe was small, tables and chairs stacked close together. Cersei eased her chair back slightly and sat down, worried that the cold radiating from her might make the person across from her uncomfortable.
いらっしゃいませ。ご注文は？
Tea, please.
当店特製のコーヒーはいかがですか？昨週から新しい豆が入ったんですよ。
Is it okay? Am I tripping, or is the tea like this tea in thanks feels like it's like slightly lower than the rest of the text. No thanks, she doesn't like anything better. After the waitress left, Susie hesitated for a while before carefully asking the questions she'd been holding back.
どうして私がタピオカミルクティーが好きだってご存知なんですか？
Interesting that she said tapioca milk tea, because tapioca is the boba. So I'm confused. Okay, it's probably because they translated from Chinese to English rather than Chinese to Japanese and then English, or Japanese to Chinese and then English. Because if it was Japanese to English, then just from the conversation just from what she said, it would be a tapioca milk tea. I guess boba would be the shorter term for it. When you pay attention, you start to notice things, and once you notice, you remember. The adjutant's answer was light, almost offhand, but still, Susie tucked those words away in her heart. The more she thought about them, the more meaning she found herself giving them. So he'd been watching me all along, remembering what I liked. His incidental bit of care hit her like hot iron dipped in cold water, sizzling, thawing the cold from her clothes and the chill from her bones. The waitress returned and set the drink down. A fragrant curl of steam rose and swirled at the cup's rim. Cersei felt dizzy in the same pleasant way that steam churned. Alright, let's get to business. How are those 2 assignments I asked you to look into?
こちらが降臨団の座標です。
He slipped a tiny, crumbled scrap of paper into his palm, like the ragged corner torn from some other page.
ですが、少し時間を置いて行動した方がいいかもしれません。
Ryua?
聞くところによると、降臨団の大司教が自ら聖女を一人選抜しました。
That's probably true, no?
春になれば、この聖女は拠点に向かい、みんなを祝福するそうです。直近では、これが降臨団の一番の動きになるでしょう。
Polka. I'll factor that in when I decide timing.
2件目ですが、
He let out a slow breath, her expression turning more serious.
もう少し時間をください。降臨団の大司教とユグドラシルの理事が裏でつながっていることが分かりました。ですが、その理事が誰なのかはまだ分かりません。あくまで推測ですが。
If there's no evidence, it's better not to jump into conclusion. Time you need. The adjutant tapped a finger lightly against the edge of the table, thinking it over. I suppose that won't be an issue. The boys still all smiles with each other right now, so it'll be some time before they start tearing at one another. When they do, just make sure that evidence reaches me. I only need one opening to secure a city.
部長、一つお聞きしたいのですが。
Because this is Midgard, not for power. Why would anyone else come here? Why wouldn't you? A year's harvest wouldn't have been enough to buy a few doses of Baldur inhibitor. Midgard, the city of miracles, plagued by different rules. Here, chaos was the ground everything stood on, and for anyone willing to read the currents and strike at the right moment, opportunities could be found anywhere. But such plans mustn't be shown too early to the light. The weak must sit in the dark and build their venom, waiting patiently for the moment to strike.
部長、その日になったら安全部を私に任せてくれますか？
The adjutant chuckled. It was a casual light laugh, as if the conversation was only about how sweet the bubble tea was. I knew I was right about you. But I chose someone for an infiltration. I have plenty of options. Naruse Haru, for example. She started as an intern the same year you did, and her father is the well-known Naruse Masashi. Or Luna, I'll admit it. Graduating from the academic acropolis is a significant advantage. But in the end, I chose you. Plain to most, easy to overlook. You know the reason, don't you? Breath caught, a warm ache pricked at her nose. The kind of came when someone understood her a little too well. Of course she knew. In his eyes, she caught a flicker of the same restless, hungry spark she kept buried deep inside. The part of herself she never dared show anyone. He's the same as Ri, right? He has to be. Otherwise, how could he have seen straight through me just by locking eyes with me? The thought stuck before she could stop it, and her heart seemed to beat. From that night on, his warm smiles at Luna, his favors toward Naruse Haru, even whatever kindness he might someday show to any other girls, she could tell herself that none of it mattered anymore. Because she was convinced the two of them shared a bond unlike anything he had with anyone else. そろそろ時間だ. We should go. They rose and made their way toward the door. That short walk from the table to the door was, in truth, the longest distance they had ever walked side by side. Outside, the snow had thickened. They stopped at the stoop? Silently taking in the silver-washed world ahead. Neither moved to step off. After all, once they left, they would no longer just be Cersei and the Adjutant. Instead, they'd be the Adventist Regional Presbyter and Yggdrasil's head of security. For people like them, walking away in opposite directions was already the closest they could ever get. Go. At his gentle urging, Cersei stepped forward, leaving a faint trail of footprints in the soft, wet snow. And so she began to walk into the sluggish fog, and 6 whole years vanished beneath her steps. Oh, we're back at the Andrade family manor. It was not until Rosalind's pale dawn wrapped around her like a veil that her soul finally returned from the wind and the snow. The warmth of that memory did little to quell the frustration twisting in her chest, but she quickly found a way to explain it away. All of this, she told herself, was because the chief had lost his memories. He'd forgotten how reliable she was, yet yes, that must be it. That was why he trusted the Andrade family more than she trusted her.
大丈夫です、部長。
She clutched the fabric at her chest until her knuckles went white. Her voice grew lower with each word.
部長のためにソフィーを捕まえられたら、部長はまた私を必要としてくれますよね。
He's trying to gain, what's the word? Respect? Trust? No, at least she wants us to put more faith in her again. Like we once did. Let's mix things up a bit. Let's go into the base, see if there's any interaction we can, you know, interact. Maybe. I believe that's Mashiru's profile picture. I can't really tell. Bella has something to say.
なんか今日、
Oh,
足取り軽くないですか？さ
I
て、
can't take
ご
that.
機嫌ですね、分析。
It is Mashiru.
なんよ、にゃん。
I could not understand what she said, but sure. Nya nya nya, here comes an animal-style girlfriend ceremony, nya. What's that? It's a new research topic I came up with, nya. It's been to record your preferences and the number of rivals who are also animal-style. I meant the number of my squad mates, nya. Did I hear a slip of the tongue? No, nya, I never make mistakes, nya. But I just... May I ask what your favorite animal is, Bunsuki? The room for disagreement, huh? My favorite animal... Is it cat? Don't answer for me. My favorite animal is probably human. Eh. Humans count as animals too, don't they? They're mammals. That's not a proper answer, nya. But it's okay. Next time I'll find proof that you like cats, nya. Research shouldn't assume the conclusion. They call it a hypothesis for a reason. Hypothesis is when you assume what the conclusion is, and you try to do steps to find out if that hypothesis is true or not. It's a bit short, but you know, it's a bit cute, you know. I wonder if the team Scott Mishu is referring to were logistics people, because Mashiru was probably the only animal-themed character until Mia came around. So unless, maybe that conversation came out when Mia, you know, came out. So maybe that's why. But if it's before, it's probably logistics. But we don't. Well, canonically we do know the logistics unit members and we talk to them and stuff. We don't spend too much time with them. At least not compared to the playable characters. They only had one night to decorate the venue for the succession ceremony. The result was lavish by any measure. I'm gonna drink some water before I stutter. The ceremony was set up on the open lawn, and to keep all that green from looking too plain, the Andrade family had practically brought in every flower in the city. Bouquets were spread across the ground in dense clusters, forming a vast carpet. What the fuck? Carpet of blooms. Whenever the breeze picked up, it sent a lush floral fragrance drifting over everyone. The lemon trees encircling the venue weren't neglected either. The branches were adorned with clusters of pink and white blossoms. What the fuck? Gossamer? Gossamer? I don't know what this word is. Gossamer fabric streamed down from the treetops, flowing across the lawn before coming to rest in front of a grand piano. The music hadn't started yet, but the noise reached us first, swirling in from all directions. Guests poured in from the docks and the helipad, and even more so through the estate's front gate, where hundreds of luxury cars lined up to enter the roundabout. Politicians and tycoons in their finest attire gathered around Mrs. Andrade with warm congratulations. Then, without exception, drifted over to me, hoping to at least put a face to the name. I was in the middle of exchanging pleasantries with someone when someone tapped me lightly on the back. I turned to find Acacia looking up at me with a mischievous grin. I wonder if like other people came, like if people from Yakuza came, especially the other girls. The guests seemed to pick up on how close we were and discreetly stepped aside to give us space.
わあ、分析。スーツもやっぱりお似合いだね。とってもかっこいいよ。
Miwa, why are you wearing the dress that the Andrade family prepared for you?
ああいう服は苦手。分厚いし、重いから着慣れてなくて。
Shinamini, why are you alone? Where's Cersei?
さあ、朝から見てないね。メッセージを送っても返事がないし、どこかに行ったのかな。
Would it be better to use Shinamini or Soyuwa in that situation?
まあ、儀式が始まる時には帰ってくるんじゃない？
He's probably doing spy stuff. Maybe. Anyway, I asked Madeline to prepare something special for you two. It's already waiting at your seats.
特別な引き出物？
A full set of Golden Breeze real-world location postcards. Figured they'd be right up your alley.
本当？今すぐ見てくる。
Acacia's eyes lit up like the star. Just as she was about to dash off, Madeline pushed through the crowd in a hurry and nearly ran into her.
弟くん。
ん？
ちょっと変なことが起きたの。気のせいかもしれないけど、どうしても違和感があって。
You lowered her voice, her gaze sweeping over the nearby guests, alert and wary. What do you mean?
ここじゃ人目があるから、マリアの部屋で話しましょう。
Why her room specifically? We knocked and Marian opened the door almost immediately, surprise written across her face. Her hair and makeup were almost done, and a gorgeous dress hung on the rack beside her, waiting for its big moment.
儀式はまだですよね。マデリンが奇妙なことに気づいたんだって。
Once we stepped inside, Melian's usual cheerfulness vanished, replaced by seriousness. It's safe to talk now, so what's going on?
結論から言うと、来賓の数が少ないのよ。しかも、かなり。
I mean, there's like 100 guests at minimum, or at least maybe like cars, so that's even more if it's, just 100 cars. Guest numbers don't add up, so either some people died, or they just don't approve of it, or like something urgent happened.
出席したくないのでしょうか。そんなはずないわ。ローズラン人なら誰もが出席したい儀式に出席したくないなんてありえないわ。連絡が取れない客の共通点といえば、レイト島を経由しないとここに来られないってことかしら。手がかりになるかどうかはわからないけど。
Something probably happened there.
そうだ。あとはあなたたちと一緒に来た子も。
Jersey. I mean, certainly.
そう、その子よ。警備から聞いたんだけど、朝早くに庭園を出てレイト島方向に向かったらしいわ。妙だね。ソフィーの件と何か関係があるのかな。
The moment that name came up, the room's atmosphere tightened. Melian let out an awkward little laugh, trying to break the silence.
まさかそんなただの遅刻かもしれないし。やっぱり今の話はなかったことにしない？
No, Rosalind is oh, fucking hell. I just drank some water and need more. Yeah. Rosalind is in a delicate moment right now, saying cautious is the right call. Acacia glanced at my white suit, tapping a finger lightly against her lips, as if thinking something over.
なら、私が向こうの様子を見てくるよ。あなたはまず、マリアンと当主就任儀式を終わらせて。
Her tone was casual, but if this really involves Sophie, letting her go alone would be too dangerous. Before I could answer, Marion is already on her feet, shaking her head firmly.
いえ、アカシアさん一人では危険すぎます。やっぱり分析員さんに同行してもらいましょう。こちらの来賓のことは私とお姉さんに任せてください。
And I guess it also makes sense if the adjutant were to like be away, because the adjutant is known to be like a hero of the planet, to like, be doing hero shit all the time, saving the world and all that. So I think people would understand if he was away for a bit. She nodded toward Madeline, signaling for her to back her up. Madeline's frown only deepened. She crossed her arms, fingers tapping restlessly against her arms.
やっぱりあなたたち3人でいた方がいいわよ。それはどういう意味ですか、お姉さん。実はお父様とお母様は儀式が終わったらあなたをアルスターの内陸に送るって言ってたわ。なぜですか？ 私が新当主に就任したことを儀式で発表するんじゃ。もちろんそうだけど。
So only in name.
お父様とお母様は三大都市圏と協力を図るために妥協しただけよ。形だけの当主であるあなたはローズランの今の危機と向き合う必要はないの。内陸で身の安全を守っていればいいのよ。
Yeah, they're only making her the family head in name, just for the public, but like inside, it's like internally, it's probably Mr. and Mrs. Andrade making the calls. By the end, Marion's voice faltered, as if she couldn't convincingly stand by her parents' reasoning.
そういうことだったんですね。てっきりようやく認めてもらえたのかと。
And also, they're sending her inland so that she's probably she's like more safe. Marianne let out a short, bitter laugh, voice tinged with quiet disappointment. She looked at her reflection in a mirror. The exhaustion from staying up late preparing for the ceremony was beginning to show through her flawless makeup. After a moment of silence, she calmly removed her earrings, then her necklace, placing each piece of jewelry back in its case one by one.
分析員さん、明石家さん、レート島へ向かい調査しましょう。え、急展開しすぎるんだけど。
Marianne, are you sure about this?
はい。ですが出発する前にお母様に話しておきたいことがあります。分析員さん、一緒に来てくれますか？
Yeah, I wonder what she's gonna say. もちろん。
じゃあ、分析員の服を取ってくるから、外で合流しよう。
Seeing that her sister hadn't lingered in disappointment, Madeline let out a small breath and gave Marianne's shoulder a reassuring pat.
あの二人の言葉はあまり気にしないでいいのよ。ただ、あなたにもっと安全に快適に生きてほしいだけなんだから。さて、私もそろそろ会場に行かないと。主役の二人がいないとなったら、誰かがみんなをなだめないとだからね。
With the Keisha and Madeline had gone, I walked with Marianne across the estate grounds toward Mrs. Andrade. As we walked side by side, I noticed how bright and steady her eyes were, clear of any hesitation. I must have been looking a moment too long because she caught my glance.
分析員さん、考え事ですか？
Just wondering. You're both their daughters, but Mr. and Mrs. Andrade treat you two very differently. Even if they're trying to protect you because you're younger, it doesn't really explain everything. But if you'd rather not talk about it, then forget I asked.
なんだ、そんなことですか。
Gentle relief passed through her eyes. She slipped her arm through mine as she started to reminisce.
小さい頃、私は先天性の足の病気で動力補助パーツがないと歩けない時期があったんです。12歳の時、お姉さんの誕生日パーティーを盛大に開くことになったんです。その時、いつもパーティーに出席しない私もみんなをびっくりさせたくなったんです。でもそう思ったのは人がいっぱい来てるからという単純な理由なんですけどね。
I'm gonna assume that people weren't welcomed, or she wasn't welcomed because she's not very, what's the word? She's disabled.
アンドレオッチ家の末っ子も一族の果敢さと強さを受け継いで優秀な戦士になれるのだとみんなに知ってほしくなったんです。それから動力補助パーツを捨てて毎日のように歩く練習を始めました。
So either she like fell and like caused a ruckus, or her parents and also her sister were like overly concerned about her. Marianne rarely talked about her childhood, only now did I finally understand the weight behind those few fragments she'd shared before.
もし私が家の商売により多く協力すれば、みんな私のことを認めてくれると思って。でも、みんなは雨ツバメの性能とデータにしか興味を示さなかったのです。やはり私は翼のない鳥に過ぎないのです。たとえ完璧な翼を借りても、羽ばたくのは 私ではありません。
So, why didn't you tell me any of this before?
分析員さんにまで哀れむような目で見られたくなかったからです。でも分析員さんが関心と愛をたっぷりくださったから、だんだんとこんなことで傷ついたりしなくなりました。だから今の私はあの出来事の続きを素直に話せるまでに成長できたのです。お姉さんの誕生日パーティーは予定通り行われて、会場は今日みたいに賑わっていました。私も最も綺麗なドレスを身につけて、一歩一歩自分の足でお父様とお母様のもとへ歩いていきました。もうすぐ両親に認められ、会場に集まっている来賓たちにマリアン・アンドレウォッチを再認識してもらえると思った、まさにその矢先。
You drew in a steadying breath, forcing her voice to stay even.
私は転んでしまいました。みんなの前でみっともなく。お母様はひどく驚いて、お父様は激怒して、私のメイドをすべてクビにしようとしました。お誕生日会が台無しになってしまったお姉さんは、私を責めるどころか、号泣する私を慰めてくれました。私の弱さを再認識したのか、あの日から、みんなは今まで以上に私のことをいたわるようになりました。ですが同時に、両親とお姉さんから期待されることも二度となくなりました。
By the time she finished, she had come to a stop, voice thinning into a hoarse whisper. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I reached out, gently ran my hand through her hair, and pulled her into my arms. And Marianne, you truly are remarkable, even after all that neglect. You still fought so hard to become stronger. She let out a soft laugh against my chest.
分析員さんのおかげです。分析員さんが昔言ってくれたことをまだ覚えていますか？私はもう受け身で弱いだけのマリアンではなく、支配を欲するマリアンです。何の束縛も制限もなく、自分の身分や立場を気にせず、ありのままの自分で生きていきます。はっきりと言ってください。そして命令してください。私は自分を出してもいいのですか？
Absolutely.
今日一つ聞いてもいいですか？私は当主としてローズランのより良い未来を見つけることができると思いますか？
I do. Marianne looked up at me, her eyes brimmed red, shimmering with unshed tears.
ありがとうございます。失望させませんから。
She flipped back her tears, refusing to let them fall, as if holding them back was her way of showing her resolve. Hand in hand, we walked across the lawn to a small pavilion. Mrs. Andrade was there with the chief delegates from the other 3 metro areas, chatting and laughing. A stack of documents lay on the table between them, agreements for future cooperation among all 4 metro areas. When she saw what Marianne was wearing, her expression flickered with surprise. Her polished smile stayed perfectly intact.
マリア、来たのね。
Marianne's gaze dropped back to the black onyx ring on her mother's finger. It was the Andrade heirloom, the ring that should have been resting in a velvet box, ready to be formally placed in Marianne's hands later. The 3 chief delegates glanced at me, then at Marianne. Realization dawned immediately. They gestured for their aides to get up the documents.
この話はマリアンさんが当主に就任されてからということにいたしましょうか。マリアンさん、分析員さん、三大都市圏の辺境は解放されました。これからはローズランの住民もいつでもこちらへ移ることができるようになりました。
Thank you for your support.
いえいえ、私どもといたしましても、今後、仮想度テクノロジーやユグドラシルとのさらなるお取引を楽しみにしておりますから。じゃあ、私たちはこれで。
They cut off like half of that line. Watching the 3 chief delegates walk away, Mrs. Andrade's smile remained, though there was a trace of resignation in it now.
マリアン、これはどういうことかしら。
外の人ですら私を当主として接してくれているというのに、お母様たちは私を傀儡としか思っていません。それでよろしいのですか？
当主の責任はあなたには重すぎるのよ。
もしそうお考えなら、この儀式に何の意味もありませんね。では私たちはこれで失礼します。
待ちなさい。一体どういうつもり？アンドレオッチ家の面目を潰そうというの？
外の人間にどう思われようとも、家族みんなに認められなくても構いません。お母様、さっきの人たちの反応を見ればお分かりかと思いますが、私がこの家の当主であることはすでに周知されています。なので私は自分がすべきこと、したいことをやらせていただきます。さあ、分析員さん、行きましょう。
She took my hand and turned to leave. Mrs. Andrade suddenly shot to her feet.
分析員さん、あなたまでこの子と一緒になって立てつく気なの？
Honestly, between the two of you, I think you're the wayward one. Hearing that, Marion couldn't help but let out a laugh. Ignore her mother entirely. She took my hand and pulled me forward, her steps light and quick, like a bird finally taking flight.
分析員さん、なんだか全部吐き出したら気分が良くなりました。
Run faster, fast enough that none of these doubts and troubles can catch up to us. As we raced across the lawn, every guest turned to stare, shock written across their faces. Then, somewhere in the crowd, Champagne Tower came crashing down, golden liquid and glass shards scattered in a burst of rainbow, before flying like stars. The sharp crackle of shattering glass kept ringing out. I didn't need to look back to know whose spur of the moment mischief that was.
これは私をないがしろにした仕返しだと思ってください。
She cast aside her usual poise, her face blooming into a radiant smile. Every step she took felt like it was lifting her off the ground, and she looked bright enough now to raffle the sun itself. It didn't take long for the Andrade Estate's security team to swarm in from all directions. Acacia hurried over, clutching my changing clothes.
何が起きたの？
Long story short, getting out of here won't be as easy as we thought.
庭園の入り口は人でいっぱいです。なので、埠頭からボートに乗りましょう。
Right, let's make a run for it. Once the security team realized where we were headed, they split up and reformed into a long, narrow line that threaded through the estate's side paths. Their synchronized footsteps grew louder and louder behind us, closing in fast. But just as they were about to catch up, a wave of startled cries erupted. The entire squad toppled like dominoes, crashing into one another until they hit the ground in a spectacular heap. At the rear of our group, Acacia shook her head with most of the innocent look, making it clear she had absolutely nothing to do with it. More water. Let's make the most of this and get to the dock in one go. Only after we were far out of sight and did the real culprit, Madeline quickly draw her foot back. She cleared her throat and put an over-the-top angry expression to wash her hands, or feet, with any suspicion.
すぐに捕らえなさい。アンドレオッチ家の名誉を怪我させることは許さないわ。はい。
By the time the security team scrambled up and tumbled after us, not a shred of anger remained on Madeline's face. Instead, a small triumphant smile tugged at her lips.
私がいなかったら大変なことになっていたわよ。
As she muttered, the distant roar of speedboat engine drifted over from the dock. She nodded, satisfied. Then her smile settled into a more composed motion as she began strolling back toward the venue. I feel like we could have just like explained that we are going to Little Island to, you know, investigate something. Run away! Does anyone watch the Runaway guys? I still watch them from time to time. The person who inspired me to be a content creator is still a part of it after all. Yeah, but that's lore for another day. Not that people care about my lore. And I can't tab back into the game.
見ててください。私の変身。
This is the roundabout.
任務達成だね。向こうには警備員さんがたくさんいますね。分析員さん、明石家さん、遠回りしましょう。レアモブが大量発生してるみたい。
It says to evade the guards. I don't know if it wants me to kill them. I can't go here. Yeah, I'm gonna kill one and see if it wants me to... It wants me to kill them. Okay.
あなた、弾薬箱、フェーズエナジー、防御、フェーズ。ベルゲーだね。
She doesn't move that fast, considering that she's floating.
や、かすり傷だよ。ベルゲーだね。ちょろいね。あっちが不当なんだよね。はい、ボートに乗り込めば追っ手を振り切れます。
Wait, where's the cable source? I guess we can just use our skill because it goes through walls.
レアモブが大量発生してる。斬撃。ベルゲーだね。あなたが好きならよかったわ。
One more combat stage.
見ててください。私の
Firefighting device. We can just go to the fire hydrant. Why is it called a firefighting device?
任務達成だね。あなた、それにしてもマリアンの家広すぎ。こんなに走ったのにまだ不当につかないよ。もうすぐです。もうちょっと頑張ってください。あなた、弾薬箱を持ってきて。フェーズコア、ルテン。よし。
Ow. I'm zapped by those, whatever the heck those are.
HP が全回復したよ。任務達成だね。あなた、とりあえず一回セーブしようか。レアモブがベルゲーだね。やっ、不当にボートが止まっていないなんて。手配するのにどれくらいかかるの？そんなに時間はかかりませんが、 追っ手に追いつかれてしまいます。じゃあ手配してて。私と分析員で時間稼ぎするから。よし、開発費の回収完了。パスワードはどうせ123
The camera just went through that fountain. Hold them off, we gotta kill them. We know the drill.
ヌルゲーだね。
What? Game? How do we get back up? I guess we can go back up here. I didn't mean to jump off. I don't know how I jumped off, to be honest, but I did.
ボートが来ました。分析員、そろそろ撤退しよう。
It says to get off the scene, but I don't know. Okay. Gonna get
分析員、いけいけ。
in the water? Those particles were too high.
早く止めろ。
お待ちを。
Bunch of retards.
あれはウォーターライドみたい。私こういうの好きなんだよね。
Be fine. Also, how does she not know there's like a waterfall there? She used to live here.
あなたが好きならよかったわ。
She knows where to get the boat, but she doesn't know where the boat leads. Like where the waterway leads. Okay, progress 5. After leaving the Andrade Manor, we follow the river back toward Rosen's coastal district. Tornado pursuers in sight on both banks. People hurry past with suitcases and baggage carts, heading for the border.
やっと追っ手を巻いたね。
According to Madeline, the direction Cersei went and the route those missing guests took both lead to the same place. So what exactly is this
レイト島
island?
というのは昔の呼び方で、今は小福街と呼ばれています。船でローズランに来た搾州の商人が建てた搾州風の街並みが特徴の場所なんです。
The Chongfu Street is also the name of the exchange center for this event.
ゴンドラを使えば30分くらいで着くでしょう。
In Marian's brief explanation, we switched to a passing gondola and headed for Chongfu Street. The small boat rocked gently beneath us as it drifted into the canal, carrying the three of us toward our destination. Just like last time, we hadn't gone far when Madeline's voice floated through the speakers.
小福街は2022年に整備された新しい街として知られていますが、実は歴史はたった40年なんかじゃありません。昔の小福街はレイト島と呼ばれていて、搾州の商人たちがこの地に来て最初に足を止めて一息ついた場所です。ここでは陶器と茶葉の取引がとても盛んに行われていました。
Don't tell me Madeline recorded a narration for every sightseeing spot in Roseland.
はい、毎年観光地の状況に応じてアナウンス内容を更新するようにしています。
Sounds like she's really passionate about running the tourism business. As Marian and I chatted, I sent Cersei several messages asking where she was, but there was no response. Before long, Chongfu Street came into view. Just as Marian had said, this part of Roseland felt completely different from the coastal district. Okay, it feels like Chinatown in like non-China regions. Roseland's usual timber and stone buildings were now lined up with red-pillared walkways and grey-tiled roofs. Most striking of all were little stone foxes perched atop the tiered eaves. Back when I visited Shoujo, I saw plenty of ridge beasts, lions, dragons, but foxes? This is the first.
もっとじっくり見てみてください。ただの狐じゃないですよ。
Like 9-tailed foxes. At her words, I looked at the stone beast again. Sure enough, each fox had 9 cloud-like tails fanned out behind it.
作州の商人がローズランで商売を始めた歴史は1000年以上前に遡ります。シルク、磁器だけでなく、九尾神子という信仰まで持ち込んできました。なんでも商売繁盛のご加護があると言われています。
Once the boat finally docked, our lid had a conversation tapered off. Airlocks. I'm not a geoguesser, so I can't like discern like what style of post box this is. But there's like 2 compartments. Post boxes I'm used to only have like one compartment at the top and then a big one at the bottom. Or like just the whole panel. Or like the slit at the top and then the whole panel is the door to open it. You can't really tell like what architecture this is because there's this here and then there's this here. And then there's like this more modern looking building here. Right, I think I missed the sentence. Yeah, the 3 of us slowly made our way toward the largest memorial archway in Chongfu Street, our nerves tightening with every step. At a glance, the street was bustling. People wandered in small groups, content smiles on their faces. Speakers along the roadside played light, cheerful music. The slightly grainy sound reminding me of an old radio Acacia kept in his quarters. Everything before us looked placid and harmonious, yet with a deadly flood looming. The ordinary scene felt unsettling,ly eerie.
あれ、人がたくさん集まっていますね。
Marion moved a few steps ahead, scanning the crowd. A few minutes later, she returned to my side with a grave expression.
アンドレオッチ家の招待を受けた客ばかりです。しかも高齢の方ばかり。パーティーに行かず、ここで何をしているのかしら。
Maybe Sophie hypnotized them using music. Like the speakers playing or singing or something. As we were puzzling over it, Acacia tugged at my sleeve and showed me something in her hand. There's a brightly colored flyer. The background showed a Shozo-style street, with bold lettering splashed across the front. Chongfu Street Retro Fair, a journey back to the 20s. Where did you get that?
地面に落ちてたよ。なんかの展覧会をやってるみたい。
I took the flyer from her and looked over the text and pictures on it. 20s, a time that already felt distant. The 20s is, you know, it's the now for us, but for them it's the past. It's like, I don't know, like 20 years ago. Because of Jervosis and the descent, modern art and culture had been cut off from the traditions of the old era, leaving a rift that's almost impossible to bridge. I never would have guessed that, aside from Acacia, there were still people in this world trying to bring the past back to life. Sudden bursts cracked above us, and we looked up to see tiny party poppers strung along the streetlights. When they burst, a shower of confetti rained down, covering the entire street in a glittering curtain. Wait a minute. On top of that, rose-colored mist began to spill from the spent poppers, coating the pavilions and rooftops in a soft dreamlike sheen. No. This isn't Sophie, it's Cersei, isn't it? Because okay, no. They both have, like, mental manipulation, but I feel like this is more Cersei's doing because of the colors. The sparkling haze blurred my vision, and a faint raspberry scent seeped in, spreading through my senses until I felt like I was drifting in a rose-tinted sea. When the dizziness finally ebbed, and inexplicable, holy shit, I need water. An inexplicable joy welled up from deep inside me, and everything in Chongfu Street suddenly seemed warm and inviting. The feeling lasted only a heartbeat before Mary and Acacia both clamped their hands over their mouths and noses, scanning the area with wary eyes.
この匂いと音は人の精神に影響を与えるみたいだね。私もそう思います。分析員さん、これからどうしますか?
Looks like some kind of mind control is at play. Since it doesn't work on us, let's hold back and observe. As the rose-colored mist slowly thinned, a petite, familiar figure emerged beneath the archway. Yep, it's Cersei.
部長、 それからアカシアさんとマリアンさん、どうしてここにいるんですか?
Acacia and Marian froze for a moment, but a shock quickly turned into relief at seeing a familiar face. And to surprise crossed Cersei's face too. She faltered for a moment, then forced a strained smile.
みんなもノスタルジア展に来たんですか? 面白そうですよね、分析員さん。
Yeah, we're just looking around for a bit. Deep, heavy bell tolled, each strike reverberating straight through my mind. All around us, the visitors wore blank smiles, as if they've gotten completely lost in the atmosphere.
一緒に入ってみますか?
Before I could answer, Cersei had already turned and started ahead of us. Acacia and Marianne leaned in close, whispering under their breath.
ここの観光客、みんな洗脳されて、ここに留まっているみたいですね。セシルも似たような状態ですね。ソフィーの仕業でしょうか?
No, Cersei's the one behind us, but I think she might be working with Sophie. I didn't answer right away, with every clue pointing to the same conclusion. A knot tightened in my chest. Watching Cersei's fragile figure ahead of us, I couldn't tell whether I wanted my suspicion to be right or wrong. For now, let's just play along. Whoever's behind us will slip up sooner or later.
予想?
Like the visitors, enjoy the place, pretend like we're having fun. As far as anyone knows, we're just tourists.
了解。とにかく、今は楽しく遊ぼうってことだよね。
Girls caught on immediately, their shoulders eased, and the alertness in their eyes softened. Chatting and laughing, we walked under the archway and headed deeper into Chongfu Street. Cersei glanced back at us. Her smile looked a little less unnatural than before. On Chongfu Street, there were alleys crisscrossed with wider lanes in every direction. When I looked up, rows of pendant lanterns and bamboo umbrellas swayed overhead, adding an unmistakable show of flair to the place. The waterways here were too narrow for gondolas to get through, so the locals built 24 small bridges across them instead. Each bridge had a light strip fixed beneath it, and once night fell, the bridges and the reflections joined to form 24 moons. 24 moons. Why 24 specifically? Anyway, to reach your main street, we had to cross a long stretch of road, and the organizers had set up something special there. A few odd-looking vehicles sat parked at the side of the road, and an event staff member immediately waved us over as we approached.
ノスタルジア店へようこそ。ここでタイムマシンに乗車して道を進めば過去へ戻れますよ。
She looked a bit young for her looks, or she sounds a bit young for her looks. If you ask me, these weird little carts don't like this time machines in the slightest.
分析、分かってないな。昔のタイムマシンはこんな感じだったんだよ。
She's referencing Back to the Future. Oh, this is referencing, rather. Before I could even react, Acacia had already hopped into the driver's seat, looking absolutely thrilled. She drove the little time machine in circles around us, honking the horn to encourage us aboard. We could technically call it a vehicle since it had wheels, but it was really just a moving plank. No seats, not even a handle. It felt less like a design choice and more like some unspoken quirk people of that era simply accepted. Not really seeing the appeal, we climbed onto the plank as we carefully We climbed onto the plank as carefully as we could, holding on to the driver's seat just to stay balanced.
みんな、ちゃんと座った?それじゃ、出発!
Was it like supposed to be like a roller coaster? No, it's not. It's not. My bad. I guess it's the Doraemon instead of Back to the Future. I thought it was Back to the Future because he mentioned the cars and wheels and stuff. But no, this is the Doraemon time travel. It's like she used the control lever for it and started humming a bright little tune, her eyes crinkling into crescents. There might have been a little bit of acting involved, but Acacia really seems happy. I guess if you think about it, Acacia probably would have been one of those like old people around, given that she was of the same era. The time machine wasn't fast, but it jolted and swayed as it rolled along. Marianne braced herself against me, while Cersei looked like she could barely stay upright. Cersei, if you're having trouble keeping your balance, you can hold onto my shoulder. After a long moment, a pair of delicate, trembling hands finally came to rest on my shoulders. She didn't dare grip, just lightly caught the fabric of my coat between her fingers.
ありがとうございます、部長。
Her soft thanks reached my ears. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw her cheeks flushed and a small, shy smile tugging at her lips. As if something quietly wonderful had just happened.
そういえば、このノスタルジア展ってなんで20年代限定なんだろう。ノスタルジア展は笑福街の40周年を記念するイベントですから。住民が昔のものを集めて飾り付けをしたのも当時の雰囲気を振り返るためです。
Then, huh? I lived through it myself, but vacacious stories and bits and pieces recorded in old books, it sounded like a pretty good time. Tuberculosis hadn't yet broken out on a large scale, and most people didn't even know such an incurable illness existed and lived simple, happy lives. The Descent and the Titans haven't touched the world yet either. No wonder people back then could devote themselves separately to art and culture. As we drifted into the thoughts of the past, the scenery of the main street unfolded before us, and a crowd thickened up ahead. Isn't this just the same artwork? The first thing that caught my eye was the neon signs. Clustered together almost like fish scales. Most had no text, just retro-style line art. Bright and bold, they splashed color across the otherwise grey alleys. The air carried a faint sweetness, and every so often, tiny orange sparks drifted by. Tracing the source of those warm flecks of light, I spotted a fruit stand. The coals burned bright beneath roasting sweet potatoes. They're set inviting. Beside them, the vendor operated an unfamiliar foot pedal machine. Its course spun round and round, spitting out soft, fluffy strands of sugar, so that's cotton candy. With a twist and a lift of a bamboo stick, those strands gathered into a perfect little cotton-like cloud.
分析員、あれは綿菓子だよ。
Acacia parked the time machine and ran toward the fruit stall. In no time, 3 cotton clouds were bobbing in front of us, with Acacia's bright sunny grin peeking out from behind them.
さあ、食べてみて。私の時代にあったお菓子だよ。砂糖が足りなかったから3つしかできないって店主に言われたけど、マリアンに1つ、セシルに1つ。分析員は私と半分こして食べよう。
Felt like I'd never had cotton candy before, but back in years ago, I need to read more before I speak sometimes. Jesus Christ. Back a year or so, we even had someone in the logistics who was really good at making it. Compared to Jinlang's filled cotton candy, the one in my hand felt more like a fluffy cloud. I wasn't even sure where to take my first bite. Sergi stuck her tongue out just a little, taking tiny, careful licks. Marianne, even ever to refine one, pinched off a thin piece before placing it in her mouth. I thought the girls were overreacting with how careful they were, but the moment I took a bite, I realized they weren't exaggerating at all. The inside my lips touched the cotton cloud and collapsed, burying my entire face in fluffy, strawberry strands. By the time I finally managed to get a mouthful, my eyebrows and cheeks were streaked with white. Acacia burst into laughter.
分析員、顔が真っ白だよ。
Maybe what we had was like marshmallow and not like cotton candy, or at least like it wasn't made. It was made with more sugar, so it's more dense rather than, you know, this fluffy or lighter kind.
お掃除してあげるね。
At that, Acacia grabbed the front of my clothes and pulled me down toward her. As soon as she could reach my face, she leaned in. Warm damp tongue swept lightly across my cheek and carrying the sticky sweetness away with it.
独り占めは良くないですよ、アカシアさん。独り占めなんかじゃないよ。綿菓子は一人に一つでしょ。
She's referring to getting a fair share of the adjutant.
綿菓子のことじゃないですよ。分かってますよね。
Mirren said that with a smile, but her brows stooped suddenly, a quiet threat beneath her expression. She leaned in as well, mirroring what Acacia had just done. left a faint trace of her own scent on the spots Acacia couldn't read.
ねえ分析員、ニューススタンドに行ってみたいんだけど、一緒にどう？分析員さん、記念品を買いに行きませんか？
The two girls stood on either side of me, neither willing to back down. Just as the tension peaked, Cersei's sighs drifted in.
ニューススタンドに行ってから記念品を買いに行っちゃダメですか？もしくはその逆で。ダメです。どうしても私と分析員を取り合うつもりなら、正々堂々と勝負して決めよ
う。Acacia crossed her arms, throwing down her challenge with all the swagger she could muster.
いいですよ。何で勝負しましょうか？あそこにゲームセンターがあるでしょ？ゲームで勝負ってのはどう？勝った方が先に分析員に付き合ってもらうってことで。
She'll have the advantage. Are you sure this is even remotely fair?
受けて立ちましょう。
But Marianne would turn down such a lopsided match, but she agreed without a moment's hesitation. There's even a spark of excitement in her eyes. We followed the two contestants into the arcade. Acacia sat into a seat in front of a cabinet, like it was second nature. She flexed her fingers and started checking the second buttons. But even after she finished her whole pre-game ritual, Marianne still made no move to sit down.
もう一度ルールを確認しますね。アーケードゲームでアカシアさんに勝てば私の勝ちですよね。
I already figured out from the intentional phrasing what Marianne was getting at, but Acacia, too absorbed in the machine in front of her, failed to notice the crowd.
そうだよ。じゃあ、分析員さん、代わりに戦ってもらえませんか？
A big smile curled at her lips as she tugged lightly at my arm. She looked so cute that it was almost impossible to turn her down.
それは反則でしょ。ですが、違反してないですよ。分析員さんが出ちゃいけないルールなんてありませんよ。なんたる不覚。
She frowned, grumbled She frowned, grumbled over it for a moment, then slipped back into her usual nonchalant look and patted the stool beside her, motioning for me to sit.
分析員だからって勝てると思わないで。
Alright, since you both agreed to this, let's begin. The arcade cabinets looked like something straight out of a bygone era, each one built to run just a single game. As I settled into the seat, I skimmed the description on the cabinet. The game was called Kettlehead. Two players each controlled the kettle in a duel, firing shots from its spout. Each kettle had 3 health, and judging by how eager Acacia looked, she was probably already planning to take me out without losing a single health.
準備はいい？
Losing a single hit point, rather. Okay. A lively piece of background music kicked in, and our kettleheads burst into motion across the screen. As a pro gamer she was, Acacia didn't bother testing the waters and jumped straight into an all-out offensive. Let me drink some water. I kept experimenting with different combos while dodging every shot. Noticing that I was still on the defensive, Acacia pressed her advantage and fired off a volley of homing rounds. I assume this is Cuphead. Because they mentioned kettles and kettlehead, so I assume this is Cuphead. And also, fire from the kettle. Her fingers danced across the buttons as she added her own sound effects to every shot she fired. Her relentless attacks even made the two girls watching tense up. They both leaned in toward my screen, lips pressed tight, as if afraid I'd get blown away any second.
分析員、避けてるだけじゃ勝てないよ。
You're right, and that's why it's my turn to attack. It only took me a few seconds to figure out the attack patterns. I even had a battle plan mapped out in my head. Maybe I was overthinking it, but when you're playing against Acacia, going all in is kind of mandatory. I don't know which is the better option, so I'm just gonna... I can't really do this, so just random like this. Left would be roll, right would be jump, and I'll let go. Jump. Homing shots hit hard, but the cooldown was long. The moment I saw an opening, I dashed through a blind spot and closed the gap in an instant. Up close was the perfect moment for a blast shot. It was slow, short range, but done heavy damage. Bam! Giant blue bubble slammed into Acacia's kettlehead, sending it flying. Just like that, it landed the first hit of the match.
やりました。分析員さん、さすがです。
Hearing Marianne praise me, Acacia didn't sulk. She just flashed a mischievous grin. Her fingers blurred across the buttons. In midair, she broke out of hit stun, charged up, then fired a heavy shot. The shot came from an angle that was almost impossible to dodge, and I barely had time to reposition after my attack, so I could only take it head on and lose 2 health.
見くびらないで。このゲームはちっちゃい頃からやり込んでるんだから。
Yeah, it's Cuphead, and that is horrible for her back. After landing that hit, Acacia only got bolder. She poured the rest of her energy into a wide area barrage that filled the entire screen. With only 1 health left, all I could do was keep blocking the hits. Acacia's energy bar ran lower and lower, and the moment the barrage ended, I dropped my guard, only to realize she'd been baiting me the whole time.
そう来ると思った。
Kettlehead squinted angrily, dashed right in front of me in an instant, and swung a punch straight at my face. KO. Also, a moment ago, Acacia's Kettlehead flopped over with a sad little thud. We countered, its eyes and mouth drooping in and out of defeat. When the big red KO flashed across the screen, Acacia stared at me in total disbelief, wearing almost the exact same expression as her fallen Kettlehead.
嘘。私が負けた。
Because I used my ult. I tapped the wall of text posted beside the cabinet, and Acacia had to squint and lean in to read it. The moment I stopped blocking a fat ricochet shot, each bounce doubles the damage, so once I anticipated where it would appear, even taking out 3 health with 1 shot wasn't that hard.
いつからそんなに上手くなったの？
Oh, after spending so much time with you, I've picked up a thing or two. She froze, and whatever frustration was left in her eyes melted into something bright and starry. Her head dipped as she tried to hide the spreading brush behind her hair.
どうやら私と分析員さんの勝ちのようですね。はあ、負けは負けだから仕方ない。マリアンの行きたいところに行こう。それじゃあニューススタンドに行きましょうか。
Ah.
勝負には絶対に負けたくなかったんですけど、どこに行くかは正直どっちでもよかったんです。
If she were to let me choose, I would choose the newsstand first because if we were just to pick up like newspapers or something, or like a magazine, maybe it wouldn't be as heavy or as delicate, fragile. As their souvenirs, then you know they're probably heavier, maybe clunkier. You know, I would. That's why I would go for the newsstand first. If we do pick up anything, she gave me a playful wink, a sly little smile, softened by a touch of innocence.
みんなして勝負欲が強いんだから。それじゃあお言葉に甘えてニューススタンドへゴーゴーゴー。
It's a bit of a longer segment. By the time we stepped out of the arcade, it was already late afternoon. The sunlight had softened, and a cool breeze shook a few leaves loose, sending them drifting down. The girl's brisk steps crunched over the fallen leaves. Except for Susie, her footsteps made almost no sound, quiet just like her. Sometimes it felt like she was just a shadow trailing behind us. Maybe she is. Susie? Hearing me call her, she turned, slightly flustered. I was just wondering, with the flood so close, why does everyone here seem so relaxed, so able to enjoy themselves? She didn't answer right away. Instead, she brushed her hair back over her shoulder and calmly pushed her glasses up the bridge of her nose. The lenses caught a soft halo of light, hiding her expression.
まあ、あれこれ考えても仕方がないじゃないですか。楽しみましょう。
Her voice was soft and sweet. A few simple words were almost enough to melt someone's heart. But a moment later, I caught a glimpse of pale blue depth that felt bottomless in her eyes.
分析員、セシル、何してるの？早く来てよ。
After this segment, I'm gonna have lunch and like catch my breath and drink water. So you know, we'll take a break after this segment. When I turned, Acacia and Marianne were already standing at a wrecked kiosk, waving us over. Maybe we'd passed it earlier because it looked kind of familiar, but without Acacia pointing it out, none of us would have guessed it was a newsstand. I'm guessing it's this, but it's yellow or orange or white, depending on like what the original color was, because sunset color is like dyeing it, you know, yellowish, orangish. To our surprise, the owner looked even younger than us.
ああ、天使さん、この店 いい味が出てるね。
天使と呼ばないでください。私はこの店のブランドオーナーなんですから。
Did I have the locals here talk? Because it doesn't really make any sense to me. I got some again, but she only shook her head, just as confused.
あ、昔はこういう言い回しで見栄を張ってたんだよ。例えば、私は惑星開拓のブランドオーナーで、分析員は樹木警官の動的再構成のブランドオーナーで。木の動的再構成って？各地区の木を抜いてるってこと。わかりやすいでしょ？
Yeah, people from that era are really hard to understand. I'm assuming it's referring to how... Okay, so whatever job you have, you can always hype up the name, or like, you know, the opposite. For example, let me think. So you can have like, so every company, every position has a external and internal name. Internal name is usually less bold. It gives a good description of what it does, while the external name is, you know, sounds more impressive. What's an example I can pull up? So for example, in a insurance company, internally, a salesperson could just be, you know, sales or, you know, whatever. But externally, they could be called, for example, financial management. Like, that sounds more impressive, you know, because whatever. It's just to hype up a person's position to make them sound more impressive.
私以上にあの時代のことに詳しい人がいるなんてびっくりです。本で勉強されたのですか？
違うよ。私はあの時代の人間だから知ってて。
え？私と同い年くらいにしか見えませんけど。
Rita muttered under her breath, clearly not taking Acacia's words seriously. Does the world not know about like Yggdrasil's operatives aside from the Adjutant? Because like Acacia has been with us for like most of our time. Like, of course, not as long as Life and Fenny. They were there with us from the first mission on, but like not like the first mission, but like the first chapter or so. Acacia only joined after we pulled her out of the pod, so like a little bit after. But you know, she should be like pretty famous if she's been on a few missions with us. The kiosk was cramped, so the curator had put up some mesh hanging racks to make a little more room for manga magazines. Most of the books were barely readable, covers torn, pages missing, corners frayed. The print faded into blurry smears. Acacia looked around, then slowly crashed down, studying the books one by one, a quiet mix of nostalgia and fond memories one crowd. She finally chose one, lifting it and turning the pages slowly and carefully. A fluffle dust drifted out, catching the sunlight and shimmering like gold as it floated into her eyes. I hurried over and gently blew the dust away from her eyes. When it finally cleared, a faint hint of dampness lingered at the corner of her eyes.
ちょっとしか経ってないのに、なんでこんなに古くなっちゃったのかな。
Hearing her quiet, wistful murmur, the curator scratched her head with a puzzled look.
地面から発掘されたものですから、古くて当然ですよ。
Dog out.
紙の方はだいたいこんな感じです。比較的状態のいいおもちゃもありますけど、見てみますか
What's it called? Tamagotchi? I think that's what it's called. It's basically a pocket companion. You can like feed it, you can, you know, pet it, you can interact with it, you know, you take care of it when it's sick, stuff like that. I've never had one, but I know how they work.
これです。ミラクルエッグと呼んでいますが、遊び方がわからなくて、インテリアにしています。
You don't know how to play with this. 3 buttons! 5, but...
この四角いところって、もしかしてスクリーンなんですか？
Yeah, it's a liquid pixel. Marin and Cersei studied the toys intently, but didn't seem to have a clue.
何言ってるの？まったく。これはミラクルエッグとかじゃなくて、お世話っちっていうの。昔のペットが飼えるゲーム機なんだ。
He swiftly pulled the little paper tab from the back of the egg. Beast sprang out from beeps rang out one after another. The screen flickered to life.
電子機器だったんですね。
You not know! Then again, these are people from the future and they have no interaction with this kind of culture.
全然そう見えなかったです。
A jumble of pixels flickered across the screen, quickly forming a little cat that bounced up and down. It looked incredibly cute.
餌をあげたり、お風呂に入れたりできるんですね。さらに、マルチ通信機能まであるんですか？ふふん。あの時代にはおもちゃがたくさんあったんだから。端末しかない今とは全然違うよ。
I guess that's the job to how we all have our phones all the time. Back in the day, people could be reading, they could be playing, one of those. They could be playing those like wow, there's like a game where it's filled with water and you can push these buttons to push water or air around to make the rings go around the device. There's also handheld devices, not like the Switch, but there's the NDS, the 3DS, the PSP, stuff like that. Curator, how much for all four? I'll take that.
私の分まで
Plain blush crept up her cheeks. Flustered, she almost handed the Oswashi back without thinking. Of course, I figured you might like something cute like this.
はい。
She lowered her head with a small smile. Gently, she slipped Oswashi into her pocket and cupped a hand over it, as if shielding something precious.
お金なんてとんでもないですよ。こちらこそどんなものなのか教えてもらったのですから。はあ、やっぱり過去はいいですね。のんびりと自分の店をやるこの感じ、すごく好きなんです。
You would be paying rent given that this stand is not a mobile one. And as far as I know, newsstands don't make much money. I guess maybe they don't have high rent because like a stall like this, there's only one stall that could have been a newsstand that isn't a newsstand. In my experience, it sells food, and like food is much more profitable than newspaper and magazines, especially since while like food can expire. At least food you can eat it. It's probably your lunch if you don't sell well. But for magazines and books and manga and newspaper, you can't eat newspaper. Like you can eat newspaper, but I wouldn't recommend it. I guess newspaper you can use for cleaning windows, but that's pretty much it. Like a newspaper isn't worth much. In my currency, it's probably like $25 at max, maybe like $45 for like a premium one. I guess the magazines are worth more, but how often are you going to get people buy magazines or like core mags, manga? Like you do get regular customers from what I know, but not that often. And also, like, what do you do when a new issue comes in? You have to buy more. You have to buy new issues. And what about the old issues? The old issues, you still have them. You can't sell them. Well, you can sell them, but it's rare for someone to buy an older issue rather than a current issue. Anyway, Akeisha opened her mouth as if to speak, but no words came. After a moment, she just gave us a small, wistful smile. Pretty fireworks hanging from the streetlights burst again, just like before. A cloud of rose pink smoke drifted outward, tinting the sunset a deeper red. Under that wash of color, everyone around us broke into bright, blissful smiles. The curator was even grinning from ear to ear. But the shy girl among us didn't share any of it. Instead, a faint, cold flicker of satisfaction glinted in her eyes. Aaron and Keisha caught the subtle surf instantly. At the same moment, both of them glanced at me. When no one else was looking, I gave a small shake of my head. They understood right away. Their expressions settled, and they carried on as if nothing had happened. Yep, Cersei was behind it.
時間が経つのは早いですね。もう夜の7時ですよ。みんなで楽しく遊んでいたからでしょう。部長、今日はまず宿を取って、明日また観光しませんか？
Like, what is Cersei's plan here? She was surprised to see us here, so she wasn't expecting to see us. But given that we are here now, I'm thinking that she wants to stall us here for some reason. Io. I agreed without hesitation. If she wanted us to say, then that meant the evidence supporting my theory should surface soon. Okay, that's the segment. I'm gonna take a break. I'll go eat some food. When we come back, I'll either pick up Progress 6 or we'll get into Coin Champ. So I'll be right back. Give me like half an hour at max, maybe 45, depending if something goes wrong. But yep, see you guys in a bit. I need to get more water anyway. Alright, I'm back. I think we're gonna go do Coin Mayhem first. Coin Champ, rather. I feel like I have not fully recovered my breath yet, so, you know. We do something a bit more casual before I start yapping for how God knows how long. Listen to the sound of the coins, darling. Isn't it awesome? Come on, play around with me. Let's start with an easy round. I was so confused because it's old Acacia, it's mature Acacia. I was like, oh, who is that? Before starting a game, you can also choose which items to bring, but we'll skip that for now. Let's jump straight into a game. Audio test. Okay, we're good. Okay, the internet's fine. So when becoming coin champ is inserting coins. Hit this button on the left side to insert a coin. Okay. On the right, and a coin will fly into the playfield from the right side. Click both buttons simultaneously to drop coins from both sides. How do I do that on? Okay, there's Q and E. Okay. Glow coins are the most basic type, and we have tons right now. So try inserting a few more. So you're not using like the usual coin mania mechanic of letting you drop around the field. Can I click you? No. Is there anything you do aside from just popping out in the machine somewhere? Once coins are pushed off the playfield, you'll earn tickets and points. You already have so many tickets, darling. These will come in handy later. Round points depend on two factors: the base points of each coin pushed off, and the point multiplier. You're about to hit the round's objective. Keep going, darling. After each round, you can visit the Champ's Depot to buy items you need. Take a look. Prank coin. Okay. Can you not scroll? Too easy for you, darling? Prank coins will show up later. Click the exclamation mark to see the details. Burrito, higher level radiant coins will help you handle any challenge. Let's use your tickets. Buy for you now. What is this? Deadshot coin. You need tickets to buy items in the Champ's Depot. Remove prank coins within the nearby range one time. From each prank coin removed, gain extra 30 tickets. So we're not losing that much. Here's a coin box. Your radiant coin to store here. Initial coin box capacity is 2. So you can only hold 2 unique coins, which are radiant coins. Let's buy one more radiant coin and fill the coin box. What a haul. After being inserted, coins base points increase by 25 each round. Huh. To buy even more coins, you can expand the coin box. That way you can store more radiant coins. Hit the price tag to keep buying radiant coins. There's so many now, let's keep playing. So she tossed in a prank coin. You time to make things a little harder for you, darling. This prank coin will temporarily prevent coin exchanges unless you clear it off the playfield. Here you see where the prank coin is. We have a lot of ways to remove prank coins, such as using the radiant coin you just got. So I assume if your prank coin is like getting covered by other coins and you can't see it, this is how you would find it. The Deathshot coin can instantly remove prank coins. All coins with special effects are called radiant coins. They enter from the center. Use rough path indicator to help you time it right, darling. Okay, so that's where that comes in. Okay. By the way, at the start of each round, I'll add some glow coins for you, darling. Glow coins you insert into the playfield have a chance to convert into spark coins. Give it a try, darling. Yeah, I have to actually click it. Look, it became a smart coin. This will really help you out. Running out of coins, click here to exchange tickets for more coins. The glowing dots show available exchange attempts. Manage your coins and tickets wisely to reach round objective faster. Since you successfully remove the prank coin this round, you get one winner prize before entering the Camp Steeple, darling. Ta-da! For every prank coin you push off, you get to choose a winner prize. Let's pick this one. So confirm after making your selection. Okay. There's a finishes appear in Camp Steeple 5%. Into the Camp Steeple grants an extra free refresh chance. I know which all of them are pretty meh, to be honest. Camp Steeple has all kinds of items, so this is a lucky gift. Once you buy it, it automatically applies for the rest of the game. Perceptor Gate. You spend tickets to buy it. You see 5 extra gold coins each round. Interesting. Okay, gifts are stored here. There's a capacity limit, and you can click to view details. Gifts are stored here. There's a capacity limit. Okay. We have one wonder prize. We have some coins. Oh, there's gacha toys here. This looks pretty, so let's buy one. Tycoon Spray Gun. After use, 2 to 10 of the most bought rating coin, currently an antique coin, will immediately drop from random positions above the push rate. Okay. Your toys are stored here in the gacha box. There's a limit of how many you can have. You can also sell them, but at a deficit. Now let's try the gacha toys effect. I would not do it because we've only used like 2. You check your gacha coins here. There's the toys. Sorry, use. She said something. Look, it's on our side. Good thing you bought rating coins earlier. Remember that's the prerequisite for using the Tycoon Spray Gun. So she drops other coins as well from once in a while. Okay, so it's not that we have to buy 2 to 10 to get the effect. We just have to buy enough to have a most common one, and then we can use that item to spawn in a bunch of coins. Put your multiple coins off in a quick session. It counts as a streak. The more coins you drop in a streak, the higher your point multiplier becomes. Streak also charges the energy gauge. Only when it's full can you trigger a reward spin. This time enjoy a complimentary spin. You can also keep charging the energy gauge to get more rewards. Remember, darling, this is a battle with both skill and luck. Keep it up and work toward your round objective. Okay, that's a bit much. I'm just gonna insert all of these. Because the coins stay on field, so I might as well. Depot. Phew, another round cleared. Have you decided what to buy? Now we have finishes. Add finishes to radiant coins to give them amazing abilities. Let's see, what's a finish? We need to own radiant coins first. Let's buy. Oh, okay. So I should have spent them earlier. Next, add a finish to this radiant coin. When buying a finish, you can choose which coin to apply to, so it's only on a coin. You just search a coin with this finish, you can immediately grant 25 tickets. Okay. See anything you want? Try refreshing. Let's keep playing, darling. The finishes are also stored in the coin box. And they have a label. Foil. Let's try this coin with foil finish. Insert it, and you immediately get extra tickets. On the right side of the screen, you see which effects triggering, so earlier right there. Finding out how to see, click here to zoom in on the playfield to get a closer look at the coin layout. The tutorial is really helpful, right? Keep pushing coins. Let's clear another round. I think you're talking a bit too much. Good final round. If you want to keep playing, you can hide the prompt. If you're done and want to tally your score, open the prompt back up. And click Finish Game. She said something about us being the best combination. Also, I think the voice was a bit off in the beginning of that voice line. Keep trying to set new records. You're the one and only coin champ. Guys, she called us the coin champ. I wonder if it's letting the song. Is it because I was AFK for a bit, or was it because it's the tutorial? Coin champ! Play an exciting, fast-paced coin push game with girls cheering you on as you play. Push down as many coins as you can to earn rewards, hit the target score, and become the coin champ. Standard mode and cascade mode. Coin champ is standard mode and cascade mode. You can choose any girl to play standard mode with. After clearing standard mode, cascade mode unlocks. Any girl who has accompanied you in clearing standard mode may appear in cascade mode. where you face endless rounds and continually challenge target scores. Insert off coins. At the start of each round, you receive a certain number of glow coins. You can insert them onto the playfield from the left or right side to build up coin piles. When coins are pushed off the playfield, you'll earn corresponding points and tickets. Once you reach the target score required by the round objective, you clear that round. Exchange or refill. During each round, after you use up your initial glow coins, you can exchange tickets for more. Note that the number of exchange attempts per round is limited. The girl will also keep an eye on the playfield. When certain areas are running low on coins, she may add some glow coins for you. Ah, that's nice. Champ's Depot. After you clear a round and are about to enter the next one, go into the Champ's Depot. Here you can spend tickets to buy various items. You can also expand your coin box, gacha box, and gift box to store more radiant coins, gacha coins, and lucky gifts. The depot may occasionally offer special discounts and surprise items. I think that you should always keep a little bit of tickets on you, just in case you run out of coins. I don't think that's going to be too common, and maybe it will be common if you have like more prank coins. But you know, we'll see what happens. I'll probably buy things on discount unless it's about to be the end. Because if it's about to be the end, then I can probably spend a bit more without worrying about not having enough coins. And there's a bug in my room, I think. Use items to boost your game. Radiant coins and gacha coins obtained at the Champ's Depot must be activated manually during a round. Both types of items provide special boosts during gameplay. Use them strategically to help you reach the target score. Push streaks for quicker energy charge. Pushing multiple coins down in a short time, including prank coins, counts as a streak. Streaks not only increase your point multiplier, but also charge your energy gauge. When your energy gauge is full, you can spin for a random reward. If you keep charging, the reward multiplies up to a maximum of 5 full energy gauges. To my prank coins. The girl accompanying you may get a little mischievous sometimes. In certain rounds, she'll toss a prank coin onto the playfield to add a bit of challenge. As long as you clear the prank coin from the playfield, you earn an opportunity to choose winner prizes after completing the round. Suck, she can help. When you're stuck during a game, the girl will also lend a hand. She'll teach the coin pusher a lesson by giving the machine a powerful shake so you can relax for a bit and enjoy this view. Whoop, hold on, the game froze. Okay, so Marianne comes out later on. Coin Champ joining the game wearing designated outfits. You don't own the operative variety outfit, you can try them out and still using over XP. If you've already owned them, you get an additional XP bonus. When the operative grants a 10% bonus, owning the outfit grants 50%, owning both grants 30%. Okay. I assume there's like a leveling system somewhere. Ah, right here. Okay, furniture. I guess these furniture are for putting inside of the arcadiverse. You want to play 5 standard rounds of all the girls. Doesn't say any in Cascade specifically. Have a coin tower in playfield. I think coin tower is if a bunch of coins stack up on themselves like a tower. Okay, so 5 modes with all the girls and 5 standard modes, and then you can do Cascade later on. Yeah, there's a bug in my room. What else? So you can click on them here. You can click on them, from the person, or you can click on the bottom here, whichever you prefer. I think I'm gonna do Yao's first. Yao's gonna let us level up faster, and we need to play her 5 times anyway. And maybe you wanna play with whoever you have, the skins or the character first. That way you can level up faster. So you have to play less. I don't see any difference between them. I know the animations and voice and of course the character is different, but I don't think these are different. Needs a gacha, but that's different? What's that? Maybe I need to do this update. No? Solo mode. I think solo mode is standard mode, but translation. Like a Fate Chime. We can't really select any token types or Fate Chimes yet because we've just started. But once we play a bit, we can. Available. Oh, why are these unavailable? Anyway, let's start. I have a feeling that we might just play Coin Champ for the rest of the stream. Okay. You're 50 coins. Let's just start tossing. Also, what is this? High space points. Okay. I don't think I need to see this yet. I think we want more coins on the left because there's more of these special coins on that side.
やるね。でもこっちのステージはまだ終わってないけどね。
She says, like, not bad, but yes, not done. Let's see, let's multiply by 1. Well, you want to get this at the end, probably. You consider this coin explodes at the landing point, pushing coins upward. Okay, that's neat. Bounce coin bounces one time to a random glow coin on playfield. Converting resurrecting glow coins into spark coins. That's pretty nice. These two coins are really nice. This one, you have these two, you have to get it at the end. I would assume. Gotcha toy. Yeah, we can buy this early, but we don't have to. I think we're just gonna get these two rating coins. Okay, let's continue.
ちょっといたずらしよっか。
I want to kill this bug. How did you even get in, bug? I haven't had a bug in my room for a long time. And also, it's winter. They're being considered exposed at the landing point. Okay, it's close to getting bumped off.
旦那、こっちにも入れてほしいな。
Okay, we got 11 tickets from that thing's effect. Okay, so these shop items refresh. After placing, let's start a reach around results nearby coins and drops them at random positions on a pusher plate. Removed automatically after triggering one time. Give, and when push off coins grant points, increase ticket multiplier game at 1. That's neat. Increase the point multiplier. Oh, okay, I want to get these two. I know there's a limited amount. We can have 5 gifts. Might as well get them early. Common. What rarity is this? Legendary. Okay, let's not buy common items then. Explode. Yeah, that would be nice as well. Let's get this one. Seems it has a bigger effect. I think. I want to insert coins from the left. We can push this off. We're so close.
焦らず、ゆっくりね。やっぱ嫌なやつは取っちゃう
Maybe that's the prank coin gone. Okay, so I guess we can just... Let's use this. And then we can explode stuff. I'm gonna try to explode here.
焦らず、ゆっくりね。
Nope, that's not it.
旦那、こっちにも入れてほしいな。
So now we've cleared a prank coin, and also, I guess you gotta clear a prank coin and also get the goal. Got your box capacity, when free restrictions, 20% off, let's get that. By placing each time you exchange for coins, use the ticket multiplied by 1 for every 1 coin within a certain range. Move automatically after trading 1 time. Okay, that's not very neat. I think you would want at least one of these toys. But yeah, each time leaving champ sleeper, we receive this glow coins or runs previous coin exchange attempts. Okay, I'm gonna get this because I don't exchange often. Coin box is empty. That is unlikely. To being inserted. This coin grants points, getting extra tickets. Inserted. Consumes 6% of your tickets, or each ticket consumed. Okay, not now. Okay, like this. And we're gonna get that later. Okay. Let's continue.
ちょっといたずらしよっか。
Also get a gacha toy right here.
さっきこっそりかき集めといたんだよ。
Yeah, she gives my coins.
全部パーになるかと思ったよ。
I think I'm gonna insert it right here.
うん。
And now we just eat some coins.
ゆっくりね。うん。焦らずゆっくりね。うん。焦らずゆっくりね。
I think the way to make a coin tower is to just throw a bunch of coins here.
やるね。でもこっちのステージはまだ終わってないけどね。
Okay, she just says the same 2 voice lines over and over. Common, when you complete the objective, get extra tickets. That's nice, but it's common. Also common. What is this gift? This toy. I think we should get this because it gives. So meteor coins cost 6. If it gives us at least 2, that means we are getting the value of 12, and it only costs 9. So this is really good, actually. We can get another one of those. Let's get this. Let's get this because it's pretty easy to achieve. I don't exchange. Let's not get that. Oh, the price goes up next round. I don't know if it gives the price increases or it's the exchange amount of 1-to-1 value increases. I don't know if we want to save these coins up. We get another gacha toy. Yeah, if I do need to exchange, I'll need to remember to put her down. I think we should use this one now because if we get this pushed off, then we can't. Oh wow! Like, see, that is insane. That is so good. We already have it. We can still turn to 50 tickets. Refresh. Finishes appear. I don't really care about finishes. Also, it's 5%, so that's not big. Bonus. Get another one of that, but there's a Mia toy rating. You're trying to leave the Champ's Depot. You're gonna switch remains on your coin attempts. Do I have this yet? I feel like I have this yet. I already have it. Let's see. When you insert a spark coin onto the playfield, there's a small coin treater here. Let's get that. I'm interested in seeing the coin treater. Also, it's legendary. Let's get another meteor. Alright. Let's continue. Okay, so she can only give us coins 10 times. Can I use a meteor coin? I could. Let's use a meteor coin. There we go. To be honest, I'm not looking at her. Like, I know she's doing some sus stuff, but I'm just looking at the field. I feel like if they put her in the middle, like how she was, how the game mode was advertised on the trailer, then I feel like you know, we would be looking at her much more often. Also, we can't interact with her, so you know, what's the point? It certainly is relaxing. I think we just want to keep Oh, I'm out of coins. Okay, now I might actually need to convert some coins. So now I would... Okay, what does Mia's do?
旦那こっちにもご褒美用意してあるけど
Start of each round absorbs nearby coins and drops them at a random position on the pusher plate. I don't know how that would be good, but I feel like we can just use it right away. Use some solid highlighted place zone, tap anywhere outside the box to cancel. I'll just try like right here, see what happens.
おもちゃを使えばもっと楽しいから
Do I have to push it off for it to do something, or what? Or is it because I'm not at the start of the round? Well, okay, I can only put 2 of them down right there. So now they can also help you push a little bit. I can exchange again. Or I can just do this. Ketchup box capacity. One of these. Let's do it randomly. Capacity bread. Rare finish. This coin is clear for points and an extra 50 tickets. Yeah, we're using 32 tickets to get 50 tickets, so that's a good one. Let's get it later. Let's get this one because it's good. What is you? When this coin is pushed on, you're getting bonus tickets. Okay, so we should get this later on if we do get it later on. Pushed off. Coins grant points, which is multiply again by 1. We don't have a meter ticket, I think. Okay, let's refresh. Oh, there you go. Okay, that goes away as well. Let's go some of these. By you. We got your toy. Wait, so when you trigger full energy reward spin and observe the red coins and convert them into points. We don't have to get it. Common. Also common. Yeah, let's get it. Why not? We have tickets for days anyway. Meter coin. We get that again. Gives common. The refresh also gets more expensive. We don't need to get that much space, but you know, I just did it because why not? We could. It's pretty cheap anyway. I feel like the Mia one is pretty useless. What do you do again? To place a trigger full energy reward spin. I believe that's this. So let's put it here to like push off the coins. Oh, I can move you around slightly. Yeah. Can I position you better? I can't drag. I can only do that. Maybe like right here. Then sure. Use a meter coin. I don't know if there's this any spot here, so let's not. Let's use this. Sure. And then we can just toss. Now we can blow shit up. So toss in some more coins. Oh yeah, it's 40 tickets for 10 coins now. Yeah, so it's the tickets that get more expensive to exchange. We can... Let's use this. Coin tower. Okay, so that's a coin tower. I wonder if we've gotten the achievement for it already, because if that's a coin tower, then we've already gotten it. But I guess later on we do need to exchange for a lot. So I guess early on you can get the item where you don't need to exchange much, but later on as you have a higher target, then you do need to exchange more. Let's do an explosion, probably around here. I think honestly anywhere is fine for the explosion, just as long as it's not high up. Go.
焦らず旦那こっちにもご褒美用意してあるけど焦らずゆっくりね
What happens if we don't have anything to do? If exhausted, I'm out of 10, so do I have to leave? Ah.
箱型ぶっ壊してこようかなはいそれ
Yes, we got it thanks to her kicking it.
旦那こっちにも入れてほしいな
I guess now's the time we have to start buying a lot of coins. So let's get these. We should get this as well, because it's good. Lucky gift. How many gifts do we have? We have 4. We can get 2 more. Extra gold coins would be nice, but I think we should get something better. Let's get a finish. Not. Let's get it because it's gonna go away if we you know, don't use it. Yeah, this isn't that good anymore. This is good though. Let's get this to deal with prank coins. Let's just get all these. Like we'll need them. Rare complex is empty. Inclusive. Nah. Well, that feels weird. Yeah, Mia's kind of bad. Unfortunately. You are serious. After placing, when point is cleared for points. The 50 chance to, okay, yeah, this is good. Serious is good. Okay, good fuck is full, can't get it. Common. Probably won't be getting that many crank coins, so we don't need that. We can get this. Okay, let's continue. I think that's enough.
ちょっといたずらしよう
There's a prank coin.
さっきこっそりかき集めといたんだよ
I think we should push it a bit first, and then we can do that.
やっぱ嫌なやつは取っちゃうに限るね
Let's populate a bit more coins first. We should put these down. Because they all increase the value and stuff. And then we can do this. Populate the top first.
じゃあ休もう
And then we can do it now.
焦らずゆっくりね
Like that didn't do much, to be honest.
さっきこっそりかき集めといたんだよ
Toss it down here. Yeah, that would be good.
焦らず旦那こっちにも
For the tickets, not
ご褒美用意してあるけど
beneficial. We populate the field first, and then we can do another wave of meteor coins. You don't want to put in too many coins because if they stack up, then it's unlikely for them to help push the coins down. You know, just make a thin layer. Okay, now's about time we can use it. 23? Come on. I think now we should focus on putting it here, which is from here. I think 4 to 5 on each side is a good amount to like avoid making a tower. So probably 4 would be the most ideal. I'm afraid we need to push now. Yeah, we've exhausted everything. You wanna help? Thank you. This may be 3 now because 4 it also stacked. There's a coin tower, but we can't do much with it. Game over. What happens if it's game over? How are those coins not falling out? Well, okay, let's exit for now. We'll head back in a bit. Okay. In all of these. Oh, just 5 rounds instead. It's not 5 matches. Okay. So as long as you make it to like wave 5, then you're good. I assume that there's something that happens if you make it to wave 10. Also, we got a new decoration. Let's check it out. Super Sluckatron. Charge up swing and make it count. Put your full strength into it and go for a higher score. Can we do anything with it? Absolute domination. Is that it? What happens if we like go at the bottom? Still pretty high, even if you like, you know, don't get it at the max bit. We should get to see like other girls with it though, but it's only just us that can interact with it, it seems. Alright. You know what? I do think we need to head back in. I think the girls' animations will be a bit different. Should we head back in? I don't know if we should. We could. You know, might as well. Why not? Let's do Acacia's next because we have her character. Oh, we can have a different gift now, not a charm, no. Second stocks, you enter Chime's Depot, you get an additional 20% tickets at the end of each round for every 1 coin exchange attempt remaining. If you multiply by 0.1 up to 10, while carrying this item, ensure got box capacity each game is 2. Starting each round, you receive extra 5 coins, and exchanging for coins randomly grants 1 sprout coin or bloom coin. Requires empty slot in a coin box. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely better. This coin multiplier is good, you know, but you need to have exchange attempts remaining. So it's only good in the early game, not in the end game. This one doesn't matter. So let's use this and do standard mode. Okay, so that was bad. can't translate that. I don't know what that means. These are common, I believe. Yep, common. So let's not get those. We have 17. I think we'll get 1, just in case we get an extra from the thing. So yeah. Meteor coin. We should use the meteor coin when it's like around here. Like right now. Okay, when it rotates back here, yeah. Okay. Oh no, that's too far. Oh well. What's this? You reserve its nutrients by scrap coins. Reserve sunshine coins and earth coins within range as nutrients. After reserving 5 coins, it becomes a coin tree. If it doesn't show enough within the next round, it becomes a coin tree at the start of the next round. Okay, so I guess we just get it first, and then we'll talk later. We can also get this early from this meteor coin, so that's neat. That's gonna help clear a whole screen. So what is the coin box? Is the coin box the amount of coins she can drop, or what? I guess we can expand this in events. Right, more on the left. And we gotta insert this. The field's not populated yet, so we're gonna hold on to that toy. I think I should have kept that coin tree one, so that like I would use it at just right before we enter the depot. That way, it's gonna get usage rather than getting pushed off. I guess that's how it works. I don't. In my brain, I was thinking like it might count if it doesn't get to activate to become a coin tree if it gets pushed off. Maybe it will, but it got pushed off, so we can't see it in action yet. So we'll see. We don't have to use the toy yet because we're about to hit the target. And using it now would be a bit of a waste. Stage clear. We can champs depot each round for every 1 glow coin remaining. Use a point multiplier. Free refresh. Let's get a discount. Yeah, let's get this. I know how it works now. Get this, we can just use it anytime. I'm gonna get it. Arcane and unique. It says graphic glow coin remaining. Does it mean remaining in here or remaining on field? It doesn't say, so let's not get it. Yeah, so if we need to do this, and we want the coin tree immediately, we need at least 5 of these nutrient coins or earth coins, and that's a bit much. Fresh. We can get that. Let's get this. What is you? Coin pulls in 1 random coin for a certain range that has lower baseline than itself, and changes its baseline equals itself. That's annoying. This is an earth coin? Bloom coin. When you insert a coin, there's a 2% chance for each bloom coin to produce 1 sunshine coin. Bloom coins convert into petal coins. What? I get what it means, but it's complicated. Like, I don't want to think too hard on it.
ねえあなた、代わりに1枚入れてあげようか。
That's a good time to use this.
落ちた落ちた。ほら、今の作戦正解だったでしょ。アクションビームぶち抜け。はあ。
Do they both have the same? Okay, they have the same. So once we hit the target, we're gonna use these two. And this one. So let's just keep tossing. We're wave 4 already, so it's pretty easy. At least we can relax. I guess you're not, you can just relax anytime. You don't have to relax only at the end. Okay, so I guess the way to get them to go in the middle is to press both left and right at the same time so they hit each other and they'll land here. If you don't, then they'll go to the end. Like that. I guess they can go to the middle if they get that for the friction. They have two little voice lines. They keep saying the same things over and over. Just maybe like a few more coins. There you go, and now it's time for us to use the, What are so many of these coins? Let's insert all of these. And then we can get a bunch of stuff. Use just one of these. Okay, now we enter the depot. Gives capacity, gacha box capacity. Let's get gacha box capacity. Okay, what is this? Common. You are rare, I believe. Legendary. Yeah, let's get this. We still haven't seen a coin tree yet. Meteor coin. That's good. Very good. You're good. You're good, but we have to keep you for later on. Buy you as well. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh, the coin trees are like the coin towers. Okay, I get it. Just kaboom. There you go, we got that toy, which is Marianne. We haven't seen hers yet. Basing when you reach round objective, this makes the base point of each nearby coins. You get the highest base point within its range. Automatically remove one trigger one time. Okay. Let's use it. I think I'll use it on the right because there's this coin here. Use this on maybe the right because of that. Maybe we can keep it for later. I'm not sure. And that's fine. And we'll toss to the right. That's the left. Well, I'll push a bit to the right side so that there's more of these coins on the bottom here. And then we'll keep pushing towards the left. That's a bunch right there if I can I don't have a meteor. Dang. If I have a meteor and blast it all here, then that would be fun. We're wave 5 though, so even if we die somewhere around here, then we're still good. Now we can focus on the left side. There's a tree there. Try to push for the middle so that we can get these coins. Ah, crap. I'm gonna tree just grew there. I like it when trees grow, but I don't quite understand how it works. Like, how does this work? Does it work as long as it gets pushed off, or does it work when it's... I don't quite get it, man. No, don't put coins there! Crap. I'm gonna insert these coins, because I feel like we need to spend a few of them so that we can randomly get them once in a while. And also we're out of coins, so... We can still put these coins down, but I want to put them on the right, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna use this so that she doesn't push it. If she pushes it, I think she's gonna make all these go away anyway. If we use this, then we have a higher chance of this action figure triggering the thing. We're gonna get 2 coins there. But that's a lot more. If she pushes it, then we're good. She still has a bunch of coins left. Come on, we're so close. There we go, let's do the depot. Finish? What is this finish? Crystal finish. Looks like Shadow Crystal. So in a coin with this finish, immediately grants 1 extra coin of the same type without finish. Ooh. Does it grant it as in like putting it in the box or what? Also, I'm starting to think that this isn't that good. Like, it grants 30 tickets, yes, but 1, you're losing coins because you're inserting a coin to remove a coin, so you're getting like less coins pushed over. And also, you're losing 6 tickets because you spend 36 to gain 30. So I don't think this is that good. Let's get a meteor one, because meteors are good. This is good. This is good as well. Common. Common. I feel like we should start buying common ones because we don't have much. We can also sell them anyway. Let's see. Let's get this one. That costs 9. How much does it take to sell? 6. Okay, so we're losing a bit, but I feel like right now we probably want a bit. Let's get... Push off coins, grant coins. Sure. What do I have? Do I want an extra meteor? Or extra? I think I want an extra this one. Because if I have an extra meteor, I don't know where it's gonna land. And also, we just want to try it, so let's just use it on this. Refresh. This is good. Maybe try and gain 300. I don't really care about everything. Sure. This is free! I guess that's what it means by going on discount. Let's get this one as well. This. Get this. We can expand on this. And you can refresh. Yeah, we have 200. We're good. This. Oh, all these are good. Conditional, but sure, that seems good. Get this and get more. Oh, we can't get more. Let's get this. Yeah, there's the prank coin. So because right now it's covered, we can use this to see it. See where it is, rather. It's the bloom coins. Let's not use it yet. Let's see what happens when we use this. Does it put it in the inventory or does it spawn somewhere else? Or does it have to get pushed off first? Let's use a meteor on here. Probably not the best idea because we have a lot of these sprouts and stuff. I think I'm gonna use this one here because there's a lot of those fertilizer coins. So yeah. Neat. I'm gonna use it. Now let's propagate more coins first. Is it because I have 2 lucky cats? Yeah, I have 2. Okay, that's why it's triggering quite often. It's like a 10% chance there. Spark coin. I can probably try for it here, see if I can get the fertilizer. Okay, got 1 fertilizer. Not great. There's a coin tree there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Some more coins. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Okay, it's nice that when we exchange for coins, we also get these special ones. Let's gonna need one of these. And there's still a bunch of these on the field. Oh, yeah, I guess it bounces anyway, so might as well. It just fell off as well. Okay, maybe I get this in the middle. And then we propagate more. Can I hide you? Thank you. Point tower. Neat. Love it when just random coin tower just grows on the coins. Boy there. Okay, now we're gonna start tossing these. Let's toss it right here. Close. I guess we can also start tossing these in this. Let's just throw them here. Oh, that's a bit far. We just want a bit of them to fall off. Not too many. Because the more of them that fall off, then the more of them will not really help. I guess we want to move these. And just a bit more. We're so close. We might need her to give a shake. How do we? Okay. I was gonna press it, but I think some coins fell, and that like made her realize that she doesn't need to shake it yet. Sure, let's get more finishes. That might help. What is this? Conserves nutrients by scrap coins. Okay. I'd rather have a scrap coin itself because it's gonna become a coin trait. With you. Yeah, we want you. Sure. We got another finish. I'm gonna put you later, so I know. 2 points get 50 tickets. Yeah, we want it to grow, so we don't exactly want it to get pushed off. All of these are pretty useful. I don't think we should sell them yet. Whatever. Refresh. This is what I think we need. Very good. Yeah, that's about all we could get. Get that. That's pretty much all we can get. Get this, we don't have enough tickets to get more though. Yeah, we want to use a scrap coin. Absorb these into fertilizer. Hope they can. I'll blow them up so that they can actually touch the other coins. There we go. What's our objective? Word spin, so let's use you here. Hey, coin tree. I hope we can use the this one. Just don't bounce here. No. Okay. Why's it bounce to the left all the time? More of these. Really not have these sprouts touch that. Coin tree. The coin tree. I'm starting to feel like that these are like you have to hold them or like have them be on for further to take effect. But then again, I'm not 100% sure on how they work. Running out of coins soon. Yeah, we might not finish this one. I think we're also at wave 7 earlier. Let's just spam all of our coins then. I can use the push a bit, but not by much. All the high base points are here. I think it's up here as well, so maybe... I don't know which side we should put it on. Because I don't know how much push there will be.
Action beam! ぶち抜け! Action beam! 乗ってきたじゃない.
Coin tree.
Action beam! ぶち抜け! Action beam! ぶち抜け!
Let's just use it. Let's just put it here.
あれだ。あれを使っちゃおう.
There's a feeling that even like by the time these get pushed off if she pushes or something, but these will have a harder chance to get pushed off.
一機ずつ交代って約束だったよね.
I need to push. Wish we could have a manual push button rather than have the system think we need to push.
もう私の番でしょ?
Because if you wait long enough, then yes, the coins will slide off and give us some points, but not much, not a significant amount.
もう私の攻略法はね、ゲームの外にもあるんだよ。乗ってきたじゃない。
72 coins. Wow. What is you? I need to exchange for that to work.
あなた
I can't exchange right now.
やらないなら変わって。乗ってきたじゃない。
The coins are falling off of the coin tower, so that might make the surface area wider for a push, but it's not enough. Yeah, I mean we can put it down, but it's not gonna do much.
あれだ。あれを使っちゃおう。ちょっと。一機ずつ交代って約束だったよね。
I think this is it.
ちょっと。一機ずつ。キス1回につきメダル1枚あげるよ。回数制限なしでね。
I think they all have the same animation. Oh well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end things off here for now. I might stream later, I'm not sure. But for now, this is where I stop. As always, be nice, be well, be happy, be nice. Yep. See you guys in a bit. Yep. Maybe.